Hello, welcome to AFCON Daily, and just like that, we're in the final match day 6 of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers for the 2023 edition. It's been a roller coaster ride, it's flown by, still plenty of places up for grabs, still plenty of big sides that have not booked their place at this tournament, including the Ghanaian national team. We're going to be looking ahead to the next couple of days of fixtures. So consider fixtures, of course, Algeria involved against Tanzania, Niger against Uganda. Not going to talk about those games, going to cover those games in a separate video. Look out for that one coming soon. We're going to be focusing on the Ghana, Angola, Central African Republic and Madagascar group, because there are 3 teams that can still qualify from this group and there are just 2 spots left. None of those spots have been confirmed thus far. So we're going to be finding out which 2 I think and should make it to this tournament. I have to say, Ghana, with the new manager Chris Hughton, they came off the back of that World Cup, not with Chris Hughton in the dugout, but upstairs. We thought that the players they got in would gel a little bit better. Getting Inaki Williams was huge. Hasn't really blown the African football scene away like he does in the Liga with Bilbao. Inaki Williams, such a good player. He is rapid, very good on the ball, good finisher, good pace. Didn't really see that too much yet in a Ghana shirt. He's in this squad. But Ghana, looking at this squad, Chris Hughton needs to find his best team. I don't think he knows his best team. A little bit like Algeria, he's got a few injury problems. There's no Tariq Lamptey in this squad. He only came on recently in 1 game for Brighton. Thomas Partey, I think, is out for 6 to 8 weeks, which essentially not just puts him out of this international break, but for the next international break as well. So Ghana, not at full strength, but should still have enough to find their way through this tie. Of course, the bad news for them was that Eddie Nketiah, a player they tracked for a long time, is now been named in the England squad. I do wonder if Hughton was getting close to Nketiah and Southgate didn't want to take the risk, hence why the England manager has included the likes of Eddie Nketiah in his squad. Hudson-Odoi recently moved to Nottingham Forest. They could probably get him eventually, but I think Southgate's doing that quite a little bit. You see Eze's in there a few times, so he doesn't play for Nigeria. Mark Guéhi at the back, so he doesn't play for Ivory Coast, and that's why he's now got Nketiah, I think, so he doesn't play for Ghana. Having said that, Hudson-Odoi has played for England. In fact, he started for England before he started the Premier League game. That's not a coincidence. That's the manager saying, I don't want you to play for Ghana when I want you to play for England, even if I don't need you. So interesting how these players make their choices. So Nketiah is a big blow, but with Inaki up front, they should have enough. And of course, I'm buzzing to see Mohamed Kudus, the player that moved from Ajax to my team, West Ham United. I'm really excited. He came on the final few seconds of the game against Luton. West Ham fans may well be watching this game too between Ghana and Central African Republic, because they want to see Kudus shine. And he got a hat-trick in his final game for Ajax in Europe. He's a top player. He should drag his national team to the Africa Cup of Nations. Of course, the likes of the RU lot are still here. You'd think it'd be a new generation, but no. Of course, some of the generation are new, but RU is a tried and tested player. So Ghana are hosting the Central African Republic and Angola are hosting Madagascar. And Ghana, Angola and Central African Republic are only separated by 2 points between the 3 sides. So this is going to go right down to the wire. Now Ghana at home just don't have to lose the game. If they lose at home to Central African Republic, they are in all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble, because you expect Angola to beat Madagascar at home. Madagascar are going to be the whipping boys. I don't know how they got to the quarterfinals the year Algeria won it. Nothing to do with Ahmed leading CAF, who happened to be from Madagascar, or maybe it did. They're coming last in the AFCON qualifying group. This is a team that got to the quarterfinals 2 editions ago. It's quite remarkable, and their team's probably in a better place now with players at better clubs and more French-born players. So how Madagascar have absolutely capitulated, I don't think won a game, is quite remarkable. So it's going to come down to that Ghana Central African Republic game. Now the big problem for CAR is that Kondogbia is a huge player for them. He's been at Atletico for many years. I think he's recently left, gone to Marseille. He's going to miss this for injury. So no Kondogbia, and he plays very far forward, not as a defensive as he does as a European club player. He's almost up front for Central African Republic, an attacking midfielder. He's going to miss this. All eyes lie on Mafuta. He's been scoring goals for fun in this qualification campaign. He's going to have to bag Ghana away, and that's a very difficult place to go. We saw what Ghana did when they played Nigeria in the World Cup playoffs. Didn't lose either of those in the Jollof Rice Derby. So Ghana here, got to get a good result. A draw Probably enough for Ghana. Probably enough. It's not going to look great for Chris Hughton if they qualify drawing at home to the CAR. I suppose they won't really care. But remember, Ghana in the last AFCON went out in the group phase. Like Algeria, they lost to the likes of Comoros, which was just a shambles. So they're not going to be wanting to repeat that group stage exit. They'll be going one worse if we don't even make it to the group stage. But Ghana are a powerhouse. The team always there in the latter stages usually, but don't seem to win it, don't seem to get over the line. So could this be their year? Maybe an outside shot depending on the players they get. So I think they will beat the Central African Republic, but it's going to be tight. Remember, on the counter, Central African Republic need to win the game. So they're not going to come and sit back like we've seen in a lot of these qualifiers. They're going to come and really test what's quite a weak Ghana defence in this squad, to be honest. So be an interesting game. Now, yes, people are sleeping on Angola. This is a huge opportunity for Angola to make it to the AFCON. They are a... Remember the one they hosted not long ago, was it 2010? They are a top side. And you look at some of the players Angola are bringing in. We're talking the likes of Lucas João, Ivan Cavaleiro, Helder Costa. These are players that have played for Portugal's main national team. Helder Costa, I think, scored for Portugal's main national team alongside Ronaldo. And they're now switching to Angola, a bit like Algeria are doing with some of the European-born players as well. I'm warning people a lot. Do not sleep on this Angola side. Now, of course, if Madagascar were to go and perform some sort of miracle away to Luanda, then Ghana and Central African Republic would probably both make it with a point each if they drew that game, because Angola's goal difference is not as good. But really, Central African Republic blew it in the last round, home to Angola. I think they were level, and then they got a keeper sent off, and that really messed things up. So I think Ghana and Angola will be tight. I think Ghana will come through because, like I said, they don't want to concede either, Ghana. Even if they're at home, anything can happen at this stage. It's like a one-game shootout. It's like a knockout round, effectively. It's not really like a group phase game. Angola got to get the business done as well. But I predict both Ghana and Angola to make it through. There's a few other games as well. You've got Tunisia hosting Botswana in the coming days. They should win comfortably. You've got Libya hosting Equatorial Guinea. That's the first game. I mean, Libya are out. Equatorial Guinea are through. But be nice to see Libya get a win. And of course, remember, national teams are hoping not to ruin their FIFA ranking ahead of seeding for that AFCON group stage draw next month. But Ghana, Chris Hughton's got to win this game. He's got to get the fans on board, and he's got to win it convincingly. I don't think he will. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Ghana Central African Republic game in the comments down below. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe for more.